So you've been given the blues scale or the minor pentatonic scale and told to improvise. So what next? What do you do? This is a common question that I get asked by all of my students, and it seems that there's quite a chunk of information missing between actually being given the notes and having the facility to use those notes to improvise. So I've got a few notes for you which may help you think about the improvising process a little better and help you see how it all comes together. So this is a brief video, please give it a like, and let's get through it. So part one, whatever scale you've been given to improvise with, you need to memorise it and have control over it, because having control over it and your fingers knowing where they need to go allows you to have that part of the brain spare where you can think about how you're going to phrase the note or phrase the actual jazz line itself. So take the time to learn any scale or series of notes you've been given by memory and really be able to get them fast and quick and accurately. Okay, the second part is probably slightly more important, and this is about the language of improvising. So improvising is like speaking a foreign language, and with foreign languages you often get given a set phrase that will allow you to ask for a cup of coffee while you get used to the individual notes. You can think of improvising as the same. So in improvising we talk about licks a lot. Licks are really useful because they are set phrases within the language, and they will allow you before you know how to use the individual notes to put together a 4-bar phrase of improvisation. So even if you're having to read a lick or play a rehearsed lick in an improvisation, eventually the long game over many months, even years, is that you're internalizing that information and you will eventually be able to replicate it and form your own licks. I remember my teacher playing a load of licks and I just think, how the hell did he do that? Where did he get that from? Well, he went through the process that I'm talking about. He got the scale under his fingers really solidly, and then he learnt to play set phrases while he was able to absorb the language. And after years of doing it, those set phrases become your own, and they're also a map and a guide about how you can articulate these phrases to make them sound really good. So this second point is learn the language by playing set licks, but these can also be patterns. So the third point is that a lot of the tunes we play in the jazz repertoire are composed of just jazz licks. If you take Work Song, that whole head is basically based on the G blues scale, depending on which saxophone you are playing. So I get a lot of my students to memorize blues heads. So things like Work Song, Moaning, Burke's Wurtz, Sugar, Cantaloupe Island, Sunny Moon for Two. All of those songs are constructed using either a minor pentatonic or blues scale combination. So once they've learned how to play those heads by memory, they're able to kind of add those elements to their solos, because it's playing the head is actually teaching you how to phrase. So memorizing the head is a really good thing to do, because it will just highlight exactly where you tongue, where you slur, how you can phrase, and how these phrases can actually fit in the form of a solo. So another point is playing along with other musicians or playing the solo of another musician. So if you look at most sax players' solos, there's too many notes. So you really need to start off with a simple blues solo. And you can often find the transcriptions for these blues solos online. So once you've found a blues solo, you don't have to memorize it, just play along with it. Pick something nice and slow, play along with it at a steady pace, make it part of your practice routine, because it's this overall process of observing the language. And the thing with observing the language and internalizing is that it doesn't come out the next day. You know, it can take weeks, it can take months, but if you keep chipping away, keep copying these solos, keep playing these licks, then you will have the facility to eventually make it your own licks. And then just the last point really is with the blues scale is understanding where the tension point is, the tension and release. So with a G blues scale, the tension point is the C sharp. So the point about that is once you play that C sharp, it wants to either resolve up or down. So it's learning how to do that. And again, a blues head, a blues solo will actually show you how to do this. So this phrase is from Work Song. So in there was a C sharp and it resolved down to the B flat and the C. So again, it all comes down to language and learning the heads of the tunes and set licks. It takes time, it takes patience, but it really will help you create your own licks and learn the language. There are plenty of other things you can do to help improvise and internalize all of this language and make things a little bit easier. So please check out my other videos and give me a sub and like if you like the content. Within the coming videos, I'm going to break down some of these blues licks and just go into them a little bit more detail to help you understand how they are constructed. Thanks for watching.